BTW brand, if Acme doesn't blow this out of the water, then the next similar case will be even more bulletproof. The system is designing a bigger bomb. Yeah. Like, imagine the liability that comes from the fact you've got like 4.5 million investors in AMC versus 64,000 that are in Acme. Like, if you get something similar with Ape going on, you got 4.5 million people all of a sudden. You have entire foreign groups that will be screaming at the embassies. Like, how about this? You know, we're telling the Americans, go to your elected representatives. If you are, you know, in, I don't know, if you're in Finland, if you're in Netherlands, if you're in Australia, schedule a meeting with the ambassador or one of his representatives and tell them what's going on. Because they're going to have to report back. They're like, this is messed up. I have like 45 Australians all scheduling meetings with me to talk about this one particular thing with American markets, and I have no idea what's going on. I owned car dealerships and I donated to the president's campaign. Why am I getting yelled at by Australians right now? So that could actually be a very good method as well. Is if you show that these foreign investors are pissed and they don't want to participate in our markets anymore because of how screwed they are, then we lose a whole bunch of capital out of the United States from that. A large part of our economy depends upon foreign investment in our markets. And if we are destroying investor confidence, right, then what good is it? If the brokers themselves are destroying investor confidence, then why participate in the market? Right, my roommate and I were talking about this. Like, if you're going to pay money to be involved with a brokerage to go buy and trade stocks and then they just fuck you over in the end, why even participate? Why not take that money and really get into sports betting? You know, do a parlay on the Pittsburgh Steelers or something. And I mean, if you lose your money there, at least you understand why, right? Like, they don't need to do the shady crap in gambling because the percentages are already in there. So, like, why even invest money in the market at this point if they're just going to take it from you? You may as well throw it at a wall, give it to hobos. Like, you know, I would rather have taken thousands of dollars and ensured that somebody else had housing than to lose it to some stupid hedge fund, right? So why even bother? If their actions are going to make it so that Americans and the Europeans and the Australians and the Japanese and Singaporeans and everyone else who invests in the U.S. markets no longer want to invest in the U.S. markets, then what's the point of even having the brokerages anymore, right? I mean, they're probably making $1 trillion a year off of our trades collectively, and if we just stop, we just go, you know what? I'm going to invest on betting on lingerie football and the professional lacrosse. And that's going to be what I do with my money. Sorry, Fidelity. Sorry, E-Trade. Sorry, Robinhood. But your clients are going to start leaving you. And they're not going to be playing the system anymore because the system is designed to fuck them over. They're just going to leave, man. They're going to leave. Then what? Where, you know, they'll go to Frankfurt. They'll go to London. They'll end up Hong Kong Exchange. They'll somewhere else. Okay. Silhouette, the poors are learning too much and they don't like it. That's as good a point as any. We have more educated investors than at any time in history. I mean, seriously, millions and millions of people know more about investing than they ever have, ever. And that is a problem. That all these folks know what's going on and are like, wait a minute, that's illegal. That shouldn't happen. Because flip, these are the rules and laws that are there. And the amount of DD and how quickly these folks can navigate these systems is just incredible. I mean, they were able to find those FTX tokens for Torchlight so quickly. they're able to go through and figure out, you know, how many naked shares get sold each day, who the market makers were, who illegally started trading this stuff. And when the complaint went to FINRA, FINRA were like, wow, we can't do anything about it. Yeah, you can. It's kind of your job, dude. Your job is literally to do something about it. It's like, my dad told me this story. So my dad's a little sailboat, and he was down at the dock working on a sailboat, and there was like this crappy raft that some kids had made and like linked together some logs, and they're bouncing off of boats and stuff, and just kind of drifting around the harbor. So my dad called the police. He was like, hey, bring your police boat out. There's this raft that needs to be taken care of, so come take care of it. So the police come out in this like giant $5 million boat with like 8 500 horsepower outboards on. The thing's just gigantic and costs millions of dollars. And the cop's like, I don't want to like touch that raft, because the minute I do, like, I'm responsible for it. And it's like, what the fuck do you have that boat for? Why do you think I called you? It's your job to be responsible for that. You're the harbor patrol. Patrol the harbor. Get rid of it. The guy's like, but like, then I've got to do something with it. And it's like, yeah, that's kind of what you're paid to do, man. Do something with this rinky-dinky little raft thing. And this is what happens when someone calls FINRA and says, hey, some illegal stuff got done. Do something about it. FINRA's like, but if I do something about it, then I have to do something about it. I can't do anything about it. And it's just the dumbest circular logic in the entire world. Yeah. Okay.